kind of doing this backwards. We normally do this the other way.
Yeah. So. That's 12 by 6. Probably been the best tool we've bought. I can cut anything I need out here instead of having to go back to the barn. Leave him alone. So when I originally built this chicken tractor, we built it to pull from one end. And so I left the back end unsupported. I didn't feel like there would be a need for it at that time. But now that we're moving it around in the garden, I realized that we're going to move it down one row, move it over a section, then move it back. Which now, to move it back, rather than flip the whole chicken tractor around, I'm just going to pull it from the back side of the chicken tractor. So I'm going to make some supports for the corners, install some new eye bolts just like we did on the front, and it'll be directional in both ways now.
Hi guys, girls. That's how y'all get the routine down. Look at my babies. Come on. Okay. You didn't lock me in.
You locked in now.
Go, 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 go. You go so fast.
So? The one behind you.
Huh? That's it.
That's it?
All the fresh grass? I don't want to hurt y'all out the door.
Get away from there. No. No. Come back here.
Escape! Escape, Chicken Little! Silly.
Yeah, go right back that way. You see that get those?
Oh, you're not hurt.
Right back in there. We look at where this chicken tractor started. Now there's only, I think, what, 13 birds in this chicken tractor this go around. But the 13 birds that are in here, look at the impact that they have on every square every single day. Now also look at the impact that's there, and look at how fast it recovers. Obviously back here was where we first started. You can see where their feed bucket was, where they dumped their feed or spilt their feed, all the way up into the last square today that we just moved them off of, where there is literally almost no grass left. But in a week's time, that's almost going to come back, say 50% or so. Pretty cool. Try and cut, and the heat did a number on these plants this summer. But look at all the tomatoes we got. We got a couple bell peppers, some serrano peppers, and an Anaheim out of all this overgrowth. That'll be for dinner tonight.
Get a little closer to me.
Okay.
Like you actually like me sometimes.
Yeah, well.
Don't let you love me.
Howdy y'all. Thank you for tuning in to Homesteading at the Black Sheep Meadow. I'm Brent.
And I'm Amber.
And I think we're going to have a good one for you today.
It's a busy one today.
I think we had a good one for them today because they've already seen the whole...
Well, they have. We're kind of doing this backwards. We normally do this the other way.
Yeah. So I guess today's topic is everything on the homestead needs tending to. And that's something that I think a lot of people overlook. Just this past week, you know, I stay up with social media and keep on top of what other homesteads are doing, and I see a lot of them that are just like, hey, this is overwhelming or exhausting. And they're right, it is a ton of work on the homestead, tending to everything that needs tending to. One of the things that I was going to mention is, you know, animals versus plants. You know, we're producing a lot of our own food on the homestead this year, and you know, the animals and plants are two opposite things. You know, the plant is not smart enough to know, hey, I need water, let's go drink something. Where the animal says, hey, I'm thirsty, let's go to the water trough and drink. Now, both of those need the water supplied to them. That's where the tending to comes in. Same thing with the food or the nutrients.
And cleaning up after them, which you saw, we've got the chicken, the hen house cleaned and the turkey house cleaned today, and fresh bedding. We got those done. We got the meat chickens moved, and we got the meat tractor, or the chicken tractor, adjusted or modified to make it more practical for operational use.
Correct. That way we don't have to spin the chicken tractor around once we get to the end of the garden. We'll just move it over one row and start dragging it backwards.
And if you remember right with the chicken tractor video, the tractor is meant to be very light and not necessarily the most structurally, like, it's not a building.
Yes.
It's supposed to move and it's supposed to flex and stuff like that. So it's made to move. It's not necessarily the most sound thing. So we've kind of
changed our thought on that. Originally, we were going to hand move them by picking them up and moving them, and we found it's way more efficient to just go ahead and attach it to the back of the mule and drag it to 12 feet every single day.
And we've learned that, and this is something that I think maybe gets overlooked a little bit on the homesteads or when people have homesteads, is that everything is constantly adjusting.
Correct.
So we built a chicken tractor, and now we're dragging it, and we're not picking it up, and we're already talking about, well, can we put something so that it's not digging trenches while we're moving it, and you know, how can we adjust it? It's not hurting anything, but can we adjust this? Can we modify that? And trying to improve on it constantly. Like, that doesn't seem to stop. It's not like
that's everything on the homestead. Everything.
Which is, you know, but that's kind of how life is.
Yep.
It's just how it is. So
but yeah, we got all the stuff taken care of today. We're starting to get a lot of our fall produce, some of the stuff that stopped over the heat of summer. The heat of summer really did a number on our plants. You know, I think we had over 90 days of 100-degree temperatures, and I mean, look at some of our serrano peppers and
the little purple bells.
But this is all going to be for dinner tonight, right?
Oh yeah, I'll put all this. We're having tacos for dinner tonight, so all of this will complement our tacos really well.
Let's look at here. So we got cherry tomatoes for our tacos because our regular homestead tomatoes are not quite ready yet for the fall batch.
We're gonna have quite a few in the fall batch. They're just all really green right now. So. But
we got cherry tomatoes, serranos, Anaheim, and bell peppers. We got onions in the freezer from this spring. We got our beef. We got our beans.
Our lettuce.
Our lettuce. So still a lot going into our food off the homestead. I think, you know, for many of y'all, if y'all just now tuning in, it seems like I say it every single week, but here we go. We're trying to produce 80% of all of our own food for the 2023 calendar year. And I think we're probably right on track. We're going to be really close.
It's going to be close.
So y'all stay tuned for, at the end of this year, we'll do a video that covers all that.
For all the tending to that you have to do on the homestead, being able to go out and pick a bowl full of fresh veggies to go in your dinner that night is super rewarding.
On a daily basis.
Oh yeah.
So
on a daily basis. So that's kind of nice. We wanted to mention that there's a lot of people talking online. We're seeing a lot of people that cold weather is affecting the chickens.
And it does it every year. It's not the food, it's nothing else. It's just Mother Nature running her course. That's it.
Right. And if you go back and look, maybe I'll link my chicken video up. You should, if you have chickens and they're laying egg chickens, several weeks ago you should have already increased the amount of protein in their feed. It just helps them, the micronutrients, and making sure that they're getting everything they need. But keep in mind that they're living creatures just like us. They're not machines. They're
Correct.
gonna slow down. They're gonna ebb and flow. The seasons affect them. Them going into molt affects them. Give them a break.
Yep.
Let them have a few days where they just slack off a little bit.
Yep. So in the meantime, folks, go ahead and tend to your homestead. Tend to everything it needs tending to. We hope y'all enjoyed today's video. If you wouldn't mind, like, subscribe, ring the little bell for notifications. Outside of that, you know,
If you have any questions,
yeah,
if you have any questions, let us know.
leave it down in the comments. We'll see y'all next week.
See you next week.